Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here then welcome. My name's Fatima and my channel's about all things fashion. I do styling tips, shopping hauls, and today's video is a fashion hacks video, my first one of 2026. I know how much you guys love the fashion hacks videos, and today I have 7 new hacks for you. These hacks are simple, inexpensive, but can make such a difference to your outfit, helping it to look more polished and really just making your everyday life a little easier. So let's get straight into it with hack number 1. And this one was actually requested by a viewer who watched one of my previous fashion hacks videos and asked if I had a solution to bra straps slipping off shoulders. Now this is a really annoying thing that has probably happened to most of us at some point, where our straps just fall off our shoulders and it can make the whole outfit look really untidy. And if you have sloping shoulders, then that's likely to make them fall down even more. So I did my research and I found something from Amazon that is a really good way not only to stop your bra straps from falling off your shoulder, but really good to provide some cushioning, because I don't know about you, but I've often been left with strap marks that have dug into my skin after I've taken my bra off, and it can be really painful as well. So this solves both problems. So I got this from Amazon and it comes in a pack of 6, and what I really like about it is it comes in different colors, so it's completely hidden under your outfits. And all you simply do is place one of these under your bra strap on your shoulder, and then simply place the bra strap in the pockets, almost like a flap that it's got. So you just place your bra straps inside it and the flaps fall neatly over your bra strap, and it just feels so comfortable. It's silicone, it's really soft, and a brilliant way to keep your straps on your shoulders. Now obviously these are thicker, so they wouldn't work if you had a thin strap. But if you had a t-shirt on or something with a thicker strap like I'm wearing in the cutout I showed you, then these are perfect. But what I also find, as well as supporting your shoulder, I sometimes use this if I'm carrying a heavy handbag, because I like to dump a lot of things into my handbag. I probably carry way too much in them, and sometimes I get really pain on my shoulders where the bag strap digs into my shoulders. So this provides a really great cushioning as well for that. So it not only keeps your bra straps up, but it's kind of multi-purpose for me anyway, in that it helps the bra straps not dig into my shoulders, and also helps cushion my shoulders when I have a heavy bag that I'm wearing on my shoulder all day. So $5.99 for a pair of 6. I will link everything down below, but I think this is such a good way to keep your bra straps on your shoulders. I'm sure they probably have thinner versions for thinner straps, so I might have a look after this and see if I can find some and also link those below as well. But yeah, try them if that's a problem for you. Now the second hack is a stop your zip from slipping down hack. Now I don't know about you, but there's been plenty of times, especially with my jeans rather than my trousers, where I've not noticed that the zip has come undone. And it's not necessarily because the trousers are too tight for me, it's just because I don't know the quality of the zip or the pressure on it, and it comes down. And it can be really embarrassing, because there are times where I've come out of a meeting or somewhere and I've noticed that my zip has come slightly undone. So this is a really simple way to keep your zip up with relatively no cost. All you need is a thin hairband. So I also use a hair grip, and I use that because it's easier for it to be looped into the little hole on my zip. So basically, put your hairband into the hair grip and then pull the hair grip through the little hole on your zip, and take the grip off the hairband and then hold on to that side of the band and grab the other side of the band and loop both of these around the button on your jeans. And this little hack just basically locks the zip into place so it doesn't fall down. Really handy. Obviously if you needed to pop to the loo, then it's easy to take off your button and put back on when you zip your trousers back up. So this is such a good simple hack and really, really effective. Okay, so let's move on to hack number 3. Now, I showed you a variation of this in one of my previous hack videos where I used a bangle and a hairband to create structure in a loose dress, and it's a brilliant way to do that. But since then, I've realized it's also a really, really good way to disguise a bigger lower tummy when you're wearing a skirt, especially skirts and materials that are quite unforgiving like satin. And you'll see from the cutout that from the side it's really visible. Even if your lower tummy isn't, you know, really large, it's still really visible, and I find that by using this really helps to disguise it. So just like in the other hack, all you need to do is you place the bangle on the outside of your skirt where you want the gathering to fall. I've placed it on the side of my skirt, but if you wanted, you could even place it in the middle. And then from the inside of the skirt, grab the bangle and place a hairband over it. I like to tie it quite tight, so I put it around twice, and I think it creates a better gathering at the front. But I think that looks so lovely. It creates that really lovely gathering that helps to disguise a lower tummy. And if you look from the side, you'll see the difference that makes, because the actual natural gathering that happens when you do this hack really does help to disguise that lower tummy area. And I think it also helps the skirt to look really elevated and a little bit different from your kind of regular satin skirts. So let's move on to hack number 4. But before we do, guys, if you are enjoying this video, then please do give it a thumbs up. And if you are new here, then I would love it if you would subscribe. It just lets me know that you're enjoying the videos, and the YouTube algorithm push it out to other people that this may help also. But let's move on to hack number 4, and that's hiding your bra straps. And I've got 3 different variations of this, and there are loads of these around, but I've picked 3 that I think work really, really well. And coming into spring, summer, that's a time when you're going to be wearing your tank tops, or you're going to be wearing your one shoulder tops, or basically showing more skin. And sometimes you just don't want to wear a strapless bra. I mean, I do wear a strapless bra sometimes when I need to, but I much prefer if I can keep the straps on, because if you are a big chested lady, then the likelihood is that you're going to need a little bit more support than a strapless bra gives you. And that's why I love these so much. So the first one is when you're wearing a wide neck top and the straps are clearly visible. This is really, really simple. All you need to do is grab a hairband and pop it over your strap, and then put your arm back into your strap, but just make sure that the hairband falls underneath your arm. Adjust it as you need to, and that just helps to pull out the bra strap so it doesn't show under your wide neck top. I love this hack. I think it's really easy. It's perfectly comfortable. To make it even more comfortable, I sometimes just use a little bit of elastic that's wider and thinner so it lays really flat, but either work really, really well. I do adjust the strap to be as long as possible so it doesn't feel too tight, but just play around with it and adjust the strap to see what feels the most comfortable, but a really useful hack. The second version is if you're wearing a one shoulder top. Now this is even more simple. You literally take the bra strap of the bare shoulder, and I extend it to the absolute maximum. Pop that over your head so both straps sit on the one shoulder, and this hides it perfectly. It's really comfortable. It's not like it's pulling because I've extended the bra strap to its maximum. Love this one as well. And the final one, and this is one I have shown you before. This is the only one that I've shown you in my very first fashion hacks video that I did probably over a year ago now. But I'm showing you again because this is one of my favorites. And if you're anything like me, I live in tank tops during spring and summer, especially summer. And I quite like a racer back as well. And it's really annoying when you can see your bra strap. So a really simple way of doing that is grab both your bra straps from the back and then place a hairband around both the straps. Then loop one side through the other and push it down so it's perfectly secure. Then almost just adjust the band of your bra strap so it sits lower so you can't see under your top. And that provides a perfect way to hide your bra when you've got a racer top. Again, I would adjust these straps to be a little bit longer than usual because you're going to be taking some of the length away when you kind of almost pull them together with a hairband. But yeah, really good hack for springtime for your tank tops. So the next hack is a really good way to resize your ring if it's too large. Now, it may be because you just want a temporary fix till you get it sorted, but if you're anything like me, the size of my fingers actually change depending on, the weather, whether I'm flying, and sometimes they're normal and sometimes they can get really swollen. So I tend to buy rings that fit me at my kind of almost most swollen, and then I find that the rest of the time they feel a little bit loose, and this is a perfect hack. These are again from Amazon. They're ring sizer adjusters. They come in different sizes of adjusters. It's almost just like a little bit of a wire, and depending on whether you need your ring to be a lot smaller or just a little bit smaller, they come in different sizes. Let me just show you if I can show you this. So this is a kind of a larger one if you need your ring made smaller quite a bit. This is slightly smaller, and then we have even smaller ones. So really just depending on the different ring sizes you have. I've tried to show you on the cutouts, but because I've got really long nails, it's quite fidgety. The kind of trickiest part is to attach it to your ring in the first place. Once the end is actually attached, all you do is then wrap it round your ring at the back, so when you wear your ring you won't be able to see it, and it keeps it in place perfectly. It's not so much that my ring's going to fall off that really annoys me, it's the fact that it like moves around a lot when it's too loose, and so sometimes the stone sits at the back rather than where it should sit. And this was a perfect example of a ring I recently brought on my trip to India, which were fitted really nicely at the time, and my fingers must have been swollen, but then I found that it kept sliding round. So I don't know if you can see that I've got the sizer on there. It's barely visible, but that makes such a difference. It just sits there. The ring sizer is at the back, so it's not completely visible to anybody else, and it just keeps it in place. It like stops it just turning around on its own, which is a really annoying thing with my rings, and a really, really good little hack if you just want a temporary ring sizer, or if your fingers are anything like mine and seem to change size most days. So yeah, hope you find this one useful. Like I said guys, any tools I've used are really, really inexpensive, probably under £6, so a really good thing to keep in your little styling toolbox to help you with those little styling tips and tricks. So let's move on to styling hack number 6, I think, and this is more of a practical hack, and this is to stop your clothes from falling off your hangers. Now, this really annoys me, and if you've got wooden hangers, you probably can relate to this, because anything that's slightly silky or has a large neck tends to slide off the hangers all the time. If your wardrobes are quite full, like mine are, I tend to find that when I open my wardrobe drawer, sometimes there's a few of my pieces of clothing so that slid off the hanger and just sitting on the floor, and it makes everything look really untidy. So it's a really simple tool, and I'll show you properly after the cutout, but it's just these plastic little stick-ons with little ridges that will kind of hold your top or your dress onto your hanger and help prevent it from slipping. Now, in the instructions, they just put one on the hanger, but I like to put 2, so it pretty much covers the full length of the hanger. And it's such a good way to make sure that your clothes don't slip off. Now, I'm not going to lie and say your clothes will never slip off the hanger, but I have found this to be so useful in my wardrobe, because I have noticed a massive difference on how it keeps the clothes on the hanger. So all it is, guys, is these little strips, again from Amazon. I think they were a few pounds, and you literally just peel them off. It has these little ridges on there that will stop clothes from slipping off. Really, really inexpensive, but really handy if you have wooden hangers like I do and find that things slip off all the time. Let's move on to my last hack. Now, in one of my previous fashion hacks videos, I showed you different ways of tying a silk scarf around your neck just as an accessory to make your outfits look more polished and elevated. But there are so many things that silk scarves can be used for, whether you wear them around your neck, whether you tie them around the handle of your handbag, whether you wear them as a belt on your trousers. It really is such a great way of elevating your outfits and just making them look a little bit better. But another way that I absolutely love to wear these silk scarves is by using them as a bandana. Now, I never thought that wearing it this way would suit me. I'd seen other people wear it and I'd never bothered trying it. And then when I went to my trip in India, and in some of the temples you have to cover your hair, so I thought, let me just try it. And I absolutely loved the way it looked. It looks really fun. It looks really modern. With a pair of sunglasses added, I think it makes you look really stylish and a little bit of a cool girl vibe. And I think it's such a great way to dress up an outfit in spring and summer. But the key for me was to make sure that the bandana stayed on my head without slipping off. And the easiest way to do this is to make a triangle with your scarf and then place the scarf around your head, just basically on your forehead, just covering your hair. And then the trick is to grip both sides of the scarf onto your hair at this point. Don't worry about it at this point because that will be hidden. Then all you need to do is take one layer of the scarf and bring it forward so that it covers the hair grips, and then just carry on tying it at the back, adjusting it how you want, and that will literally stay on and not move all day. Such a great way to keep your bandana in place and looking stylish all day. And if you've never tried a bandana, do try it, because I really didn't think it would suit me. But when I tried it when I was on holiday, I thought it looked really nice, and it's definitely something I will be using again. So guys, I do hope you found these useful. As usual, do let me know in the comments below if you already use any of these, if you are going to use any of these, and if you have any alternatives to the ones I've talked about today, because you may have a better way, and I'm always happy to know that, because I love anything that's going to make my daily life easier when it comes to styling. So do let me know in the comments below. I will respond to everyone. And as I said guys, if you did enjoy this video and you did find it useful, then please do give it a like and do subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for watching guys. I really appreciate it, and I shall see you again in my next video. Take care, bye.